what you're thinking. That guy has a ukulele. So this song is about breakups, I guess you could say. Remember the day we met? I was only 5 years old. It was a Sunday morning. New England weather was freezing cold. Then you were in my dreams. I was in love without a doubt. And every time I heard your name, I just wanted to shout. But as the years go by and the countless songs I sang, I just began to wonder what anyone would say your name. 'Cause when you think about it, God's a really fucked up guy. He massacred Egyptians and made Job's whole family die. Kidnapped, raped in churches, and he does it bad. And I know, hey, Yahweh, what the fuck? Philosophy there. By the way, if you're someone who's ever offended by any of this religious stuff, it's okay. Like, after the show, you can go and get over yourself. When I was 14 years old, and when I would be left alone, I discovered private browsing. Thank you, Lord, for Google Chrome. I was naive and silly, thought I was doing nothing wrong when I clicked on the browser and typed in boobs.com. But in the Holy Bible, there's something I just hate. Romans 6:13, yeah, thou shalt not masturbate. 'Cause when you think about it, God's a really fucked up dude. It's unfair that only Adam and Eve got to live in the nude. And the fact that Africa has hippos don't make up for lack of food. No way, what the fuck? And maybe God's been hard on you. It's gotta be difficult with those dangerous gays. Omnipotence, I guess, doesn't include the stand. I guess he works in mysterious ways. 'Cause when you think about it, God's a really fucked up guy. Christian rock music ain't just something you deny. You're the reason that I've got all this Santorum in my eye. No way, Yahweh, what the fuck? You're getting a real urge to start playing somewhere.
I know.
So as you can tell, I have a little animosity towards the big guy upstairs, and I don't mean Tim Rosmus. He works so hard. And you know, there's horrible things going on in the world. There's starvation in Africa. There's a war going on in the Middle East, and that should be enough. Kind of be a little upset towards his holy omnipotence. But I think what really pisses me off the most is that God could have made Pokemon real. Up there in heaven before he made anything, he's like, I could have a turtle that has cannons coming out of its back. Or AIDS. Which one will kill Freddie Mercury faster? Not everyone likes Queen, guys, alright? Alright, no, but ever since I was a little kid, I would have one wish, and that would be to have Pokemon be real. I mean, we have enough mosquitoes, I want a fire-breathing lizard that I will name Poop Button, all caps. But the older I get, the more I start to realize just how messed up the world of Pokemon really is. Beyond the fact that there are eggs with faces and dragons and free healthcare. And I base this all off the Pokemon Game Boy games. Yeah, those Game Boy games? I love those. Gotta catch them all. Side note, I never caught them all. Because when you know enough about Pokemon to write an entire stand-up routine on it, you don't have many friends to trade with. I don't base this off the TV show, you know, the anime, because that shit was just ridiculous to begin with. All the police officers had the same name and were identical. Same with all the nurses. That's either the work of some really lazy animators or a really persistent ditto. So okay, we gotta shrink down the size and examine the game. You start out, you're 10 years old, you live in a house, very small town, 2 houses, and a Pokemon laboratory. Normal ass town. And you live there with your mother, we don't know where your dad is, that's never explained. And you live next door to your rival, your 10-year-old rival. Why is he your rival? Maybe he killed your dad, I don't know. And in the laboratory lives Professor Oak, who I have no idea where that man got his PhD. He doesn't even know his own grandson's name. He sends you out on an adventure at 10 years old. And it's times like these in my stand-up routine where I wish I went to a school like UNC, so I could just be like, hey, must have gotten it at Duke, am I right? And I'll go eat shit. A bunch of women would come up to me after the show like, oh, you made fun of Duke, love me. That's how girls in North Carolina flirt. They just kind of awkwardly rub themselves. My other big issue that I had with Pokemon was Team Rocket, the terrorist organization, Team Rocket, run by Giovanni, the only Italian in the game, and running the mob. That'd be like if an American was in the game and he was a lieutenant. There is one. It's alright though, because every Japanese person in the game is obsessed with Pokemon. I have an issue with Team Rocket because you beat them in several different locations in the game with absolute ease. No government, no adults. And I'm starting to think we should probably take this approach to terrorism in real life, because the government's really not doing much. But have we tried sending in a 10-year-old kid with a colorful name? I can see that working out. After 30 years of planning, millions of dollars spent on the black market, and hours training soldiers, I am invested by a child. This shall not stand. Here's $3,500 for winning. That's a noise that it makes when you get mine. In the anime, Team Rocket was Jesse and James and they're Talking Meowth, and their 40-minute theme song that they started every time it came out, which was bullshit. And I have an issue with them because they follow the same story arc in every single episode. It's, I want to catch the Pikachu, I'm going to try to, and fail. And they didn't only fail, they got shot into the sky so far that it made a ding. And I wonder, like, where are they landing that they could just get right back up and go after the Pikachu? It's like, it's a good thing we landed in the Vermilion Mattress Factory. Let's go get that really weak Pokemon. Alright, that's all from me, guys. Thank you very much.